Show me something interesting.
Huh? Do you want to learn something? Let me show!
Radioactive dating.
So, what is the radioactive dating? The radioactive dating is the process of estimating the age of rock based on the decay of radioactive element in them. Basically, there are certain kind of atoms in nature that are unstable and spontaneously decay to other kind of atoms. For instance, uranium radioactively decays through a series of steps until they become the stable element called lead. Lead. The original element called the parent element, and the end result is called the daughter element.
Radioisotope dating is commonly used to date igneous rock which form when hot molten material cooled and solidified. Dating clock starts when rock cools. During the molten state, it is assumed that the intense heat forces any gaseous daughter elements to escape. It is assumed once the rock cools, no more atoms escape, and any daughter element now found in the rock as a result of radioactive decay cease the rock formed.
The decay rate is measured in terms of half-life, that is the length of time it takes half of the remaining atom of radioactive parent element to decay. How do we know how old something is? For people, we ask to see their birth certificate. For tree, we countering, but how do we know how old a fossil is? Fossils have their own internal clock. Scientists can read it by looking at the ratio of two different types of carbon atom. Of course, every living thing is made of carbon. Plants grab carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and use it to form complex organic molecules. While animals get their carbon by eating this plant, there is more than one form of carbon.
Most carbon atoms have 6 protons and 6 neutrons. We call this carbon-12. High up in the atmosphere, sometimes cosmic rays hit nitrogen atoms. This creates carbon with 6 protons and 8 neutrons. We call this carbon-14. Carbon-12 and carbon-14 behave alike, but carbon-14 has one unique and important attribute: it is unstable. So once animal dies, the carbon-14 in its body will start to go away. Every 5,730 years, on average, about half of the carbon-14 atoms will decay to nitrogen. This is its half-life.
After one half-life, the animal will have about half the amount of carbon-14 started with, and another half-life it will have about a quarter, and after another half-life it will about an eighth. By contrast, the amount of carbon-12 it has in the body will stay the same. By measuring the ratio of carbon-14 to carbon-12, you can measure how many thousands of years have passed since the animal died. Carbon dating works for fossils up to about 60,000 years old. For older fossils, scientists use unstable elements that have much longer half-life.